Hey, how you guys doing? Hope you can hear me. Hope you hear the birds chirping in the background. Over here in the school parking lot, getting ready to go in here and give that final push to many of these students, help them over the finish line and help them graduate. Well, not graduating, I got freshmen. Some still waking up, but help them pass class so they can get their Regents credit this year. So this is really going out to my school family. We had a professional development yesterday, and I probably got more texts and phone calls from staff members than any other day. Um, I thought it was great. It was contentious. Some things came up, but I feel it's necessary. And I just want to give a little analogy, maybe an extended metaphor, to try to help those understand. Because many of us, we've been brought up not to share feelings at a job or how we feel. You just come to work, do your job, and some don't want to socialize at all. But things come up, harm is done to people feel a certain way, and if we don't work it out or talk about it, it starts manifesting and showing itself in different ways. And I'm just thankful I've been able to do some of this restorative circle training, and I just want to offer maybe a possible tip to help us navigate through some of these tough discussions. So I want you to imagine for a bit. You guys know I used to wear a shirt and ties before this whole pandemic thing started. But I got my nice white shirt on, one of my fancy ties. I'm coming to work, and I'm gonna use my man Mr. P for an example. People know we're close, so I hope he doesn't mind. But Mr. P's grabbing his coffee in the morning, and we're rushing to get to class on time, and he's talking to somebody, doesn't even look, doesn't see me, swings his arm, bumps his hand into me, spills some hot coffee on my nice white shirt, doesn't even see to acknowledge it. He's in a rush, goes to class. The white shirt is stained, nasty coffee mark over it. The coffee was hot, it burned a little, no real damage. I was about to say something, but the hallways was crowded. I had to get to class, get my do now up on the board, so he don't say anything. He's not even aware he caused harm to me, and he goes on about his day. I was going to say something at lunchtime, but I got called into this IEP meeting. I was going to say something after school, but then this consultation committee meeting came up. I forgot I was a part of. Didn't happen. Next day I had on a different shirt. Other concerns, family life gets in the way, job life. We don't address the issue. Time goes on in the school year. Later in the year, something comes up, and it just triggers and reminds me. Maybe I saw him with a cup of coffee. Maybe he spilled on somebody else and didn't say anything. And so I bring it to his attention. Even though it's 6 months later, I don't forget how that felt. How he stained what I was wearing and didn't say anything, didn't even comment, didn't even acknowledge I was there. I still remember the burn and how that felt and how it kind of threw off my day. And people kept asking, what happened to your shirt, the stain of the shirt? It didn't even have anything to do with me. It wasn't my fault, it was somebody else's fault. But I had to live with it. I had to deal with it. And so when I bring it up to my man, Mr. P, I was like, look, I didn't feel good about this. It was harmed. You stained my shirt that day. You didn't even acknowledge it. Now, at that point, there's several ways this interaction can go. Let's just share a couple real quick. He could get mad at me. He could say, why are you bringing this up? Everything has been cool with us. We've been working together. Why do you want to bring this up? He could say, I'm causing the problem. Harm was done to me, but now I'm made to feel like I did something wrong for wanting to bring attention to it. He can just flip the blame, though he didn't have to deal with the stained shirt or the burn. He got to enjoy the coffee. He can make me feel bad for wanting to even acknowledge it. Maybe it just took too long. I should have said something at the time. He can make it feel like there's a time limit on when I get to share when I'm harmed. And that time limit went by, and so I'm just out of luck. I got to deal with it. That's not the best way. That's not the best route. There's another way we could go that I would like us to move to as a school community. He can acknowledge that harm was dealt, and he can apologize for it. He can say, look, my bad, Brother D. I didn't even know. I wasn't paying attention. It wasn't my intention to harm you. However, harm was done, and I'm sorry. You know, how can we go build from here? And that's one way. Notice, leave that word if out. If anything I learned from these restorative circles training, when I say I'm sorry if I harmed you, I'm sorry if you took that the wrong way, I'm really just trying to give myself out that I'm not really sorry. I just really want to protect myself and say I'm perfect. So if you took harm or if you felt bad, well, that's really on you, but I'm just saying sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Take that word if out. I harmed you. I'm sorry. Not if you felt harm, or if, you know, you stepped on my foot, you may not have noticed. You don't say, well, I'm sorry if, you know, you felt bad when I stepped on your foot. You stepped on my foot. There ain't no if. It's clear. I'm telling you. So leave that if out. So that's one way you could apologize. And I think we need to move there as a school community. Shows a little vulnerability, and it may take some practice, and we do some prompts on how to do that. But that needs to happen. But that's still not the best way. I'm going to take you a level a little bit higher, what we need to work towards. Mr. P could say, yo, Brother D, didn't mean to do that. Didn't even see you there that day. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, and I'm sorry. And, you know, that caused harm. I apologize. And, you know, can we talk about that? You know, can we talk about a way that you could bring my to attention, you know, earlier? I want to make myself available to you to have a discussion. If I cause harm again, you know, this is a way to let me know. This is a way I'm comfortable with, you know, talking to me. And, you know, have a discussion past just the apology so that we're both aware what causes harm, how I feel. Look, I'm only in control of my actions. However, people, you know, take things different ways, but my goal is not to cause harm to anybody. So, you know, I need to just be aware. And so let's have a conversation afterwards of why it caused harm, how it made me feel, how we can avoid this, how we make sure we don't cause each other harm in the future. That's that next level we got to go to, that conversation after giving the true, sincere apology with no if. I'm going to take it even further. I'm going to go to gold medal status, where I would like to see the staff. Yeah, we had a little contention, and I'm not a fan of let's just pretend stuff didn't happen. This stuff happened. I want people to be able to apologize and have conversations after. But the ultimate goal is that level of atonement. This is gold medal time now. I want them to come and say, yo, Brother D, sorry I spilled that coffee on your shirt. I wasn't aware. I apologize, my man. You know, it wasn't my intention, but I'm clear that harm was done. And so I was wrong. You know, let's chat about it. We can get something to eat and kick it a little bit, you know, so I can understand more of how harm is done to you so I don't do it again. But how about this? That shirt that was stained, I got a good dry cleanup my way. You know, he's environmentally friendly. Let me take that shirt and see if we can get that stain out. And coffee stains aren't easy to get out of a white shirt. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try my best. But if my dry cleaner can't get it out, I'm gonna replace that shirt. Let me buy you another shirt. I don't want to just apologize, even though it wasn't my intention. I see I did harm, but I want to correct that harm, man. I want to make things right. All right, and that's gold medal status. That's where I like to see us get as a school community. Not hiding from the tough conversations, not just apologizing. Let's have a conversation and find out how we can make it right. So I look forward to having more discussions with you guys. Let me get in this school building on this Saturday morning to teach our students. Brother D out.